everyone. Welcome back to Fandom Fights. I am your host, Tim Brzakala. Welcome to the singles title match. This is very exciting. We're very excited for this. And to do this, I needed a co-host, a special co-host. So today my co-host is Kane McMillan. Kane, welcome back to Fandom Fights. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I am really sore from the gym today. But hey, they were playing like a Star Wars movie. Couldn't tell you which one, but they were playing a Star Wars movie at the gym. Couldn't hear it, but you know.
That's in Fandom Fights, the Star Wars. Yes, Kane is back to help me host this title match today. We've got Nick TWOHIG, the reigning champion, last defended against the Macaw, now looking for a second defense against the King, Kaleb Koho, whose hair is now a different color since the last time I saw him. Since the last time you were here, Kane, it's been like 8 different colors. What do you think about the match today?
It's kind of surprising. I didn't know Kaleb had it in him. I assumed that he was like a, like a 5, like, win one, lose one kind of thing. So I'm surprised he's made it this far. Last time I checked, he lost to me, so...
Fantastic. Well, we're going to go talk to them right now in the promos and see how they're feeling for this title match.
Awesome.
We're here. I'm going to say it because I did it. Hey, it's been a wild career up to this point. It's been a lot of matches with a lot of people. And this last run of them has been probably one of my favorite runs, beating Jacoby, beating Joe, last season beating Rizzy and Nazario and RJ. It's been a crazy run, and now playing Nick again is someone that I've wanted the rematch. The last one was close, so we'll see how I do in 5 rounds. I'm very excited. If I win this today, I think we can just check off the end of this run as being my favorite run of all time. Wow. Your thoughts?
Feeling good because everyone, this call except for us, doesn't believe in us. I think when the polls come out, no one's going to believe in us.
Probably not.
And you know what? That's fine.
It's fine.
Because guess what? For this run, the whole world has been against you. And you know what? They're scared of you. You want to know why? Because in the semifinals of that tournament, you were this close to knocking off TWOHIG. You have been such a scary competitor. They are going to throw every single hair-related, crown-related insult at your face in the promo, just so they can feel a little bit better about themselves. And you know what? We know their song and dance. They did this. They do this for every match that one of us is in. Didn't work out so well for me, I can admit. But I guarantee you, tonight, you're going to see Kaleb Koho at full strength.
For Kane alone, I was gonna wear that. I didn't know Kane was gonna be here. I brought back the old shirt, just for Kane tonight. Manners maketh man. Let's play.
Let's do it.
Tim, Kane, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to see you back. Listen, this is gonna be any crown insults, not even a fucking hair insult. I don't care about your hair. To say this is a run is a joke in itself. You should thank the fandom gods that they decided to put players that have never even sniffed at a belt before in your line, which you've been here for 3 years and you never sniffed at one. And you're here. You beat some no-name players and you're here, and I'm proud of you. But listen, being a part of the Kingsmen and taking their study notes only gets you so far. You watched YA Dystopia for the first time this month. You watched Planet of the Apes for the first time this month, and you're willing to compete with Kaleb Koho. That's like signing up for a marathon and having a van pick you up and drop you off at the finish line. You have no business in this match. You are not in a run for this title. You're a disgrace to this division. I watched more Fandom match movies before my first teams match than you've watched your entire length of Fandom career. I defended you to write matches. You let me down, and I'm disappointed. And now I get to release this man to knock you out. I wish, if anything, if the fandom showrunners could do anything for you, is to let you drop out of this match and let Thomas Scully take your place. Because last time that guy actually watched films and he only scored 18 points against Nick Tuig. So listen, I'm done with the BS. I'm done with considering you a real fandom player. Watch more movies than one time and stop taking your faction study notes to win a title. Tuig, how do you feel?
I feel good, Cody. Thank you for asking. That's very kind of you to ask. There's just a little thing I've been wanting to say about players in general. Some of you know me. I'm good at movie trivia. I like to be a little humble, but first and foremost, I'm a musician. I like to make music, play instruments. I like to play the saxophone. I like to play the trumpet. But my music teacher always told me you should never play the saxophone and the trumpet like back to back because it'd really like fuck up your face. The way you gotta like form your mouth and stuff, it'll fuck up your face. You're probably wondering at this point why I'm telling you this. The reason is if you think of Fandom kind of like a saxophone and Warzone kind of like a trumpet. Well, Cody, I don't know about you, but Koho's face looks pretty fucked up.
Yeah, let's play.
Well, Kane, it's your first match back in a while, and this is the same promos. We got lots of. What do you think about the promos? You're muted.
I own a trumpet and I own a saxophone, so this explains a lot.
No, you're swole. Remember, swole. Okay. Well, let's get into the match. Here's how it's going to work. We're going to start with round number 1, of course. It's going to be 10 questions from 10 random categories in the realm of fandom fights. Each question is worth 1 point apiece. If you get all 10 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question from a category. Who knows what? What could it be? Oh, no. Gentlemen, you also have 3 repeats and a challenge rule for the entirety of the match. Do you have any questions? Okay, Kane, will you do the honor of reading the first question?
Yeah, of course. All right, so the first question is in Middle Earth. In the Two Towers, who blows the horn of Helm Hammerhead towards the end of the Battle of Helm's Deep?
Big fan of this movie.
Where's the third tower, though?
I don't think it exists.
That's a shame.
4, 3, 2, 1. Guns down. We will start with Nick.
Gimli, son of Gloin.
And Koho.
I messed up. Who did it? That's my beat.
Gimli is correct. So Nick takes the 1 point lead as we get into the next question, which is in the category of fandom quotes. And the question is, which Worlds of DC character said, "You don't need to forge a silver bullet, but if you do, you don't need to depend on the kindness of monsters"?
That's a quote.
Worlds of DC.
I have a legit question. Is the Snyder Cut going to be a part of this or no?
No.
Thank God. That means I don't have to watch it.
Right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Koho.
I said Alfred Pennyworth.
And Nick.
That doesn't sound familiar at all, but I also said Alfred.
The answer is Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor in Batman v Superman Dawn.
Yeah, second guess that.
All right. Your next question is going to be in the MCU. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, when the gang goes to see Dr. Foster for the first time, Foster says he used to work with Hank on the project called what?
I like this movie a lot.
It's not bad. I don't know. It's kind of there, in my opinion.
That's fair. It's grown on me quite a bit since it's been out for a while.
That's fair.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nick, we will start with you.
Goliath.
And Koho.
Goliath.
Goliath is correct. All right, guys, your next question is in Disney animation. Panchito the Rooster, a member of the Three Caballeros, is from what country? Disney stuff, am I right?
Yeah, you can't see it, but I have a Three Caballeros thing. Actually, right here.
Will it spoil a question?
No, it's just the silhouettes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Koho, we'll start with you.
Peru.
And Nick.
Spain.
The answer is Mexico. Mexico.
All right, and the next question is in Mission Impossible. In Mission Impossible Fallout, while pretending to be Lark, Ethan agrees to do what in exchange for the plutonium from the White Widow? I almost said White House.
Yeah, not the White House. That would be a very different movie.
That'd be interesting.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's down. Nick, we'll start with you.
Retrieve Solomon Lane.
And Koho.
Yeah, free Solomon Lane.
We can accept both those answers. All right. It's 3-2 in favor of Nick as we get into the next question, which is in YA Dystopia. This shoots a bag full of what?
Start over, Tim.
I cut out. Great. YA Dystopia. In the Hunger Games, Katniss shoots a bag full of what to cause the mines at the cornucopia to explode? How do you feel about this one, Kane?
As someone who rewatched all these movies recently, I gotta say that is the finale of the franchise is one of the most frustrating things I've ever seen.
That is accurate. That is very accurate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Koho, we'll start with you.
I said gunpowder.
And Nick.
Apples.
Apples is
That's
correct.
right.
Awesome. All right, and the next question in the category of DreamWorks. Name 2 characters that Seth Rogen has voiced in DreamWorks films.
DreamWorks. What a time. This got here because of Nico, right?
Yeah, and it stayed for some reason. But, Ghibli's gone.
That's the fair assessment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nick, we'll start with you.
Bob and Mantis.
And Koho.
Mantis and Bob.
We also would have accepted Ship Captain from Shrek the Third.
I like the little note thing.
And if one of you would have put that, I would have wow. But yes, both of you are correct. So it is now 5-3 in favor of Nick as we get into the next question, which is in Star Wars. Chronologically, what was the last film in the series where we see Yoda on screen?
I'm sorry. When you say chronologically, do you mean in order of film release or in chronological timeline?
Chronological timeline.
Okay.
Do you wish The Mandalorian could be added?
I mean, no, but I like it a lot. It's not a movie, but it's good.
Fair.
I really enjoy it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I think we are to Koho.
The Last Jedi.
And Nick.
The Last Jedi.
That is correct.
Awesome. And your next question is in the category of Star Trek. At the start of Star Trek Generations, Kirk, Scotty, and Chekhov attend the maiden voyage of what ship?
This movie sucks.
I've never seen it.
That's fair. It's awful. It's not good.
That's
5, 4,
believable.
2, 1. Pens down. I believe we are to Nick.
The Enterprise D.
And Koho.
Enterprise B.
Enterprise B is correct.
I should have used the repeat.
So Koho gets one more point on top of Nick. It's now 6-5 as we get into the final question of the round. Oh my God, we got there quick. The final question of round number 1 is in Planet of the Apes. Who is the only other ape other than Caesar to speak in Conquest of the Planet of the Apes? This movie's awesome. I like this movie. I don't care what anyone says. I like this movie.
Would you say you like it better than the newest 3?
No. Like, new 3, original, and then this.
That's
But
right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to start with Mr. Koho
I said Aldo. I'm wrong.
and Nick.
No, Lisa.
Lisa is correct. So at the end of round number 1, we have Nick in the lead with 7 to Koho's 5. Is that what you have, Kane?
Exactly.
All right. So we are going to get into round number 2. Here's how it's going to work. We're going to bring up the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. There are 10 categories on this wheel because the champ decided to not have spinners and opponent's choice. Each question is worth 2 points apiece. Unless you go to multiple choice, then it is devalued to being worth 1. If you don't like what you spin the first time, you can choose to spin again, but you have to keep whatever you spin the second time. Guys, holy fucking shit. You've both helped run this game. You've played this game. I shouldn't have to tell you, but I will. Stealing is available. So I will bring in Nick's manager as he is in the lead and the wheel. The categories on the wheel today are Fandom Oscars, Mission Impossible, Disney Animation, Planet of the Apes, Wizarding World, Worlds of DC, Pixar, and YA Dystopia. Nick, would you like to spin first or defer to Kaleb Koho?
He can spin Oscars, and we'll go after that. So let's go.
Okay.
I hope that happens. Thanks, Cody.
I love Cody's pessimism. It fills me with joy.
All right, so here's the spin from Mr. Koho. Lands on YA Dystopia.
That was so close.
Spin again.
I kind of really like this wheel.
I know. And we agree that there's probably some better stuff down there for you.
Yeah, I'll spin again.
Okay, spinning again. This is what you are stuck with. Lands on Pixar.
Cool.
Nice. Remember, if you have that first gunning thing for it, not sure. Play it safe, multiple.
Okay. All right, Kane, I'll let you go ahead and give Koho his questions in Pixar.
Awesome. Mr. Koho, your first question in the category of Pixar is, in Toy Story 2, who turned on the TV loudly the night that Woody was going to retrieve his arm? I can repeat that if you need to.
Yes, please, if you can.
In Toy Story 2, who turned on the TV loudly the night that Woody was going to retrieve his arm?
Stinky Pete.
That is correct for 2 points.
Ties the game.
All right, next question is, in what type of location does the first event of the Scare Games take place in Monsters University?
You're looking for the kind of place, or do you need the name of whatever it is?
What type?
It's just like the general answer.
Okay. It's like the sewers.
That's correct for 2 points. All right, and your next question. In Inside Out, Bing Bong, Joy, and Sadness attempt to take the train of thought back to headquarters, but it fails when what happens?
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, they get stuck in abstract thought, B, Riley falls asleep, C, they fall into the memory dump, or D, all of Riley's island stop working?
Can I hear the options one more time? Sorry.
Yeah. Is it A, they get stuck in abstract thought, B, Riley falls asleep, C, they fall into the memory dump, or D, all of Riley's island stop working?
A.
A is incorrect. Nick for a 1 point still.
You can repeat the options again.
Yeah.
I think I
Is
need
it A?
I need the question again, so you can give me the question and the
So
answer.
full repeat?
Yeah.
All right. In Inside Out, Bing Bong, Joy, and Sadness attempt to take the train of thought back to headquarters, but it fails when what happens? They get stuck in abstract thought, Riley falls asleep, they fall into the memory dump, or all of Riley's island stop working.
This is strange because like the island stops working and then it crashes into the rail of the train of thought. So I'll say Riley's island stopped working finally.
That is also incorrect. We have Riley falls asleep.
Oh, hey Cody.
Yes.
I think there's multiple instances where they try to take the train back, so I think this question could be pointing at multiple things.
Yeah, but I think you're making a case to give them a new question and not us.
Okay.
So no,
Can I talk to my manager?
Saw that coming.
He's frozen. My manager's frozen. That's lovely. Scully, you there?
Yes, sorry. Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah,
I don't remember them taking the train multiple times, so I don't know.
I think there are multiple. I do think that there are multiple answers. I'm kind of. I think.
Should we throw it now, or do you want to hold on to it?
No, I say we challenge this.
All right, we'll challenge. Just say that there's multiple answers to this question.
Yeah, there's multiple answers to the question.
All right, we'll be right back on this challenge.
Yes, some things never change, like the feel of your hand.
All right, back from the challenge. Just what I wanted. No, we're fine. Everything's okay. So here's what we decided. Multiple answers to the question. The question wasn't quite specific enough to that moment that we were looking for in the answer. So there were multiple answers available. So what we have decided, Nick will be getting back his repeat. Koho will be getting a new question. It will still be worth only 1 point, though, because he did check the multiple choice. So we are going to give Koho a brand new question with the multiple choice options. Yeah, we should be good to go. Kane, go ahead and give Koho that question.
Awesome. And just read the question in the multiple choice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Your new question is, in Inside Out, what is the name of the actress in Dream Productions that Joy loves and attempts to talk to? Is it A, Miss Glitter Rainbow, B, Daydream Unicorn, C, Miss Rainbow Glitter Unicorn, or D, Rainbow Unicorn?
Carry the options one more time.
Yes. Is it A, Miss Glitter Rainbow, B, Daydream Unicorn, C, Miss Rainbow Glitter Unicorn, or D, Rainbow Unicorn?
C.
C is incorrect. Nick?
I have the options again, Kane.
Yes. Is it A, Miss Glitter Rainbow, B, Daydream Unicorn, C, Miss Rainbow Glitter Unicorn, or D, Rainbow Unicorn?
D.
D as in dog?
Yes.
That is correct.
Okay.
All right. And your next question, Mr. Koho, is what is the name of the object that Ian and Barley are searching for on their quest in Onward?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, the Raven Gem, B, Wizard Staff, C, the Gelatinous Cube, or D, Phoenix Gem?
Phoenix Gem.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
And your final question is, what classic actor voices Anton Ego in Ratatouille?
Peter O'Toole.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right, so Koho gets his total up to 12, but with that steal in there, Nick gets up to 8. Is that what you have, Mr. Kane?
I have 12 and 8, yes.
All right, so we'll bring in Mr. Newberry and the wheel for Nick's spin. Lands on YA Dystopia. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I think I'm good with that.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it.
All right. So, Nick, I'll give you your questions in YA Dystopia.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Your first question. What is the name of the woman that Thor and Christina train with in Allegiant?
Oh.
I just need a first name, too.
Okay. Oh, shit. Multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, Tori, B, Sarah, C, Nina, D, Uriah.
I almost said Nina, too. Nina.
That is correct. All right. Your second question. In The Maze Runner, Teresa appears with 2 syringes filled with an unknown substance. Which 2 people are the syringes used on?
Albie and Thomas.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Mockingjay Part 1, during PETA's second interview with Caesar, what is he holding that he says he wishes he could give to Katniss?
A rose.
That is correct. Your fourth question. Who gets struck by lightning while the group is running to Jorge's hideout in the Scorch Trials?
Oh, shit.
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
All right, it's going to be Nick's first repeat. Who gets struck by lightning while the group is running to Jorge's hideout in the Scorch Trials?
Can I get a score?
It is 13-12.
I'll go multiple choice, please.
All right, your options are A, Winston, B, Minho, C, Frypan, D, Eris.
Mino.
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question in Why Dystopia. How specifically does Al die in Divergent?
He jumps off of like a ledge into a pit and then gets. Yeah.
That is correct. All right. So, Nick, Why Dystopia gets his total up to 16. Koho is behind with 12. Is that what you have, Kane?
Yes.
All right. So, we're going to get into the filmography round. Here's how this is going to work. Each player is going to get 3 questions in this filmography round. We are going to give them each 2 clues. They will then have to decipher who the actor or actress is based on those clues. The first question is with 1 point, second worth 2, third worth 3 points. Gentlemen, do you understand how the filmography round will work?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nick, you still have 3 repeats. Koho, you have all 4. Okay, so Nick, would you like set 1 or set 2?
I'll take set 1, please.
All right, so Koho, I will give you your filmography questions in set 2. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Your first question, your 1-pointer. Who plays a horror icon's dream victim and a Disney live-action pirate?
I don't know why I wrote all this up. China.
That is correct. 1 point. All right, your 2-pointer. Who plays a DC hitman and voices a Pixar toy? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's going to be Koho's first repeat. Who plays a DC hitman and voices a Pixar toy? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Tom Hanks.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, and your 3-pointer, Mr. Koho. Who plays a Wizarding World professor and a Disney animation space captain?
Emma Thompson.
That is correct for 3 points. So Koho hits all 3 of his, gets his total up to 18. 18. Nick is behind 16. As we get into his questions, Kane, go ahead and give him his questions.
All right. Your first one is, or your 1-pointer is, who plays an IMF agent and an MCU Avenger?
Jeremy Renner.
That's correct for 1 point. All right, and your 2-pointer is, who plays a Middle-earth elf and a DreamWorks Viking?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Read the question.
All right. Question is, who plays a Middle-earth elf and a DreamWorks Viking?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Read the question.
All right.
Kate Blanchett.
That is correct.
Does that still count as a repeat then? If
Yeah.
he asked for it?
Yeah, it has to.
So that is correct.
That is correct. He gets his total up to 19.
Awesome. And then your final question is, who plays a Star Trek Remen and a Marvel vampire?
Riemann.
Remen. Star Trek Remen.
Ron Perlman.
That is correct for 3 points.
All right. So both hit all their filmographies. Nick gets his total up to 22. Koho's behind with 18. Still a 4-point game as we get into the new and improved deep cut round. We saw this back in the teams match, but we're doing it now in singles. A little bit different, but mostly the same. So there are 8 films on the wheel instead of 10 in singles. What we are going to do is we are going to spin the wheel for each question. So you could get a question from the same movie 5 times, or you could get a question from a different movie each time. So each question is worth 2 points apiece. You all know what the movies are, but I will go through them for the audience. The questions are, or the movies are: in the Wizarding World, The Prisoner of Azkaban; in Disney live action, The Sorcerer's Apprentice; in the MCU, Iron Man 3; in a Disney animation, Lilo and Stitch; in Star Trek, Star Trek; in DreamWorks animation, Shrek; in Marvel, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse; and in Pixar, it is Up. So, Nick, you 3. Nick, you have 1 repeat remaining. Koho, you have 3. Are there any questions as we get into the deep cut round?
No.
Okay. So I'm getting a question. Yes.
Just
Where did you lose 3 repeats at?
I repeated 1 in the second round and 2 in filmography.
Okay, bye.
All right. So we will spin the wheel for the first question. So the first question is going to come from Star Trek. Kane, quick thing I forgot to tell you about before we started. No, that is exactly what I was going to tell you. So for this question, we're going to take the first question. On the next one, you'll read
the second.
The second is from
Third,
that.
fourth, fifth.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the first question for you guys in the category of Star Trek is: Winona Kirk suggests naming her son after whom? These slaps.
That was
Good one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Koho, we'll start with you.
George's father, Tiberius.
And Nick.
George Kirk's father, Tiberius.
We can accept both those answers, so 2 points to both players. All right, so we'll bring back the wheel. The next question is going to be from Iron Man 3. So what's the second question in Iron Man 3, Kane?
all right. Your next question in Iron Man 3 is, what is Tony's address?
And we just need what is said in the movie.
Tim, would you ever just like
So do
say
you
your
need
address?
the zip code too?
Yes,
Which is-
I need what is said in the movie.
Okay, just want to make sure.
What are you saying, Kane?
You just say your address out loud so the whole world can say it, causing many villains to know where you live.
No. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nick, we will start with you.
10-880 Malibu Point, 90265.
And Koho.
I leave the door unlocked. 10-880 Malibu Point 90265.
Both are correct. All right, so we're keeping that 4-point gap. as we get into the next question, which is going to be from Shrek. All right, guys, your question in Shrek. How does Shrek summon the dragon into the wedding at the end of the film? This movie's hilarious.
It is. 1 or 2.
So my go-to answer is 2, but lately I've watched 1 a lot recently, and I think it's climbing. It might be 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Guns down. I believe we are to Koho.
I believe he whistles.
And Nick?
Whistles.
Both are correct. All right. So the next question is going to be from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
And all of the Spider-Man are interrogating Miles about what he can do. Aunt May cuts in and asks if he can do what for her.
Very intense match, Kane.
I know. Like, the score has not changed in a while.
4, 3,
There you go.
1. Pens down. We will start with Nick.
Help your aunt make an online dating profile so she can get out of the house every once in a while.
And Koho.
Help her set up an online dating profile.
We can accept both those answers. Just looking for the dating profile portion. So with that, I have 30 to 26 as we get into the final question of the deep cut round, which is going to be from Iron Man 3 again. All right, guys, your final question in the deep cut round is: where specifically did Tony lose Bruce in his story in the post-credit scene?
You know, I saw like a little Twitter comment today about someone putting that like in his top 10 superhero movies of all time. I was very surprised. Also, they only asked for 5, so I don't know what he was doing.
Boo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Koho.
Switzerland.
Nick.
The elevator in Switzerland.
Elevator in Switzerland is what we were looking for. So with that, Nick goes up 2 more points. It is now a 6-point game going into the final round, the betting round. We made it. Oh, my God. So here's how it's going to work. We are going to say a category. The competitors are then going to have to decide whether they want to bet 0, 1, or 2 points on the question. If they get the question right, they gain those points. If they get the question wrong, they lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated, because in this case, I don't think we could get to 0. So with that, we'll bring in the managers. Please be cordial as we do this. The first category that you guys will be able to bet points on is Fandom Oscars.
So you can take Scully back out because that's easy and obvious. We don't have to bet
I'm
here.
okay waiting.
Yeah, we only have to bet on 2. So you hold on.
Okay, you're good, Cody? All right, we'll get bets starting with Koho.
2.
And Nick?
0.
Okay, your question in Fandom Oscars. Name all 3 DC movies with Batman in them that were nominated for cinematography. And I will give you a little bit more time to write.
Shouldn't the Oscars have already like happened this year? Like, what's going on?
Normally they would, but the world's on fire. Well, it was on fire. It's like a small flame now, I think. Still big flame, but smaller than it was
Last year.
Yeah, around this time last year. Last year, big flames, lot everywhere. Literally, too.
2020 Raging Fire.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nick, we'll start with you for stats.
Batman Begins, Joker, and Batman Forever.
And Koho.
Batman Forever, Batman Begins, and The Dark Knight.
That is what we were looking for. So Koho gets 2 points, bringing his total up to 28. It is now a 4-point game as we get into the next category, which is what category, Kane?
The next category is the MCU.
Oh, we did a fucking code. What is Koho?
Okay.
Scully, 8th grade.
I'm sorry, what?
8th grade? Or should I
Yeah,
go a little more
that's-
central?
No, I think 8th grade works.
Okay, let's get bets starting with Nick.
2.
And Koho.
2.
What's the question, Kane?
Your question in the MCU is, how does Steve know that he's being lied to about exactly what is going on when he wakes up at the end of the first Avenger?
We'll just take a
General.
general answer.
I don't understand what those codes were.
You've been gone a long time, Kane.
Codes are just so much fun. I love listening to all the codes all the time. Last year, never mind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nick, we'll start with you.
I think the game was from May 1945, but I could be wrong. But there's a game playing on the radio that he was there for.
And Koho.
He was at the game that's playing on the radio.
We can accept both those answers. So stays a 4-point game. Koho up to 30. Nick up to 34.
40.
What?
It was 41. Scully corrected me.
Oh, so
Almost.
you're not playing Scully. The next category that you guys will be able to bet points on is Marvel, regular
Keep you on
Marvel.
your toes, Nick.
I was just watching. I was like, "You're wrong. It's 41."
That's
Yeah. Go. I think it's fine here. Yeah. We only have to bet one more time, right?
Mash him.
I don't know what he's doing. What do you want me to do?
He,
You want me to go Fight Club?
he's gonna go for it, so you gotta
Okay.
go for it.
Koho one.
Go for it? Okay. I don't know what you're talking about here, Scully. All right.
All right, we'll get bets starting with Koho
2.
and Nick. All right, here's the question. In Spider-Man 3, when MJ goes to visit Harry, they cook and then read something together. What do they read?
Me and TWOHIG both thought this was going a different way.
I was not looking for eggs or whatever you're.
Oh, I thought you were going with the twist. But
Oh, I'm frozen. I'm so frozen, but I have my answer.
Okay,
I'm frozen, but I have my answer. I don't know what to do.
we'll go to you first and don't erase
Can you?
your.
Oh my god! I hope you can still see me.
I can't see you at all.
Pens are down. I'm writing nothing else. My answer is locked in. I'm going to try and reset
Repeat
my
the
Wi-Fi.
question.
Koho's
Oh,
giving
wait.
repeat.
I'm giving you a chance while I'm also thinking for the question.
Hello?
There you go.
You're
You're
back.
back. You're back. You're good.
Okay, I can
In
see.
Spider-Man 3,
I heard the question.
when MJ goes to visit Harry, they cook and then read something together. What do they read?
Are you looking for like a specific thing or a general answer? I know you hate this question.
I'm looking for the what they read.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
specific.
Okay.
Could you see me while I was cut out and freaking out?
Yes,
I
we can,
couldn't.
Well, that's very embarrassing.
because Cody said one day it would happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Nick before he loses it again.
A play MJ wrote.
That's right.
And
I said the Daily Bugle.
both are incorrect. The answer is a play that Harry
Harry wrote.
Oh, okay.
I knew that.
So both lose 2 points. Koho goes down to 28.
28.
Nick goes down to 32. So it is still a 4-point game. All right, so we're back. Nick with 32, Koho with 28 after both missing the last question. We're going to get into the fourth question now. There's a 4-point game. What is the category, Mr. McMillan?
Category is going to be the Wizarding World.
You know
Koho.
Cody.
It's a 4-point game. If you
Right.
bet here, you lock it. He can't win.
If I get one, should I go one? 1 point locks it.
Fine, what the fuck ever you want. I don't care. Just you have to bet something. I understand your logic, but what the fuck? I don't care. I do not care. Do not care.
Got it.
I just want to win this question right now. I don't want anything next. Okay.
Gotcha.
You guys are good?
Yeah.
Okay, Koho, we'll start with you.
2. I have no choice.
And Nick.
2.
Okay. The question is what, Kane?
In the Crimes of Grindelwald, how did Leta Lestrange's mother die?
This is intense.
Very.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
That's Nick's final repeat.
All right. In the Crimes of Grindelwald, how did Leta Lestrange's mother die?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pen. Before we reveal answers, I forgot. Nick, you bet 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Nick, we'll start with you.
I have zero idea. I said a car accident.
Koho.
I said she was poisoned.
Both are incorrect. The answer is childbirth. She died in childbirth.
Oh,
yeah.
So with that, Nick goes down to 30. Koho goes down to 26. It is a 4-point game as we get into the final question, which is in the category of YA dystopia.
Don't even touch the board. Just put a freaking goose egg. Good Lord. I don't know what's going on. Let's just end this nightmare.
Hey, Nick, you know what you could do right now? You could win Moment of the Year if you put a 2 on your board right now.
If only,
You
I
could win
cared
Moment of the
about
Year.
if only I cared about awards at all.
Should. All right, that's starting with Nick
0.
and Koho.
I made it to the last question. That's all that matters to me, too.
All right, your question is, in Maze Runner: The Death Cure, after Thomas and Newt rescue Minho, how do they escape from the Wicked Tower? My blood pressure is through the roof.
Yeah. There's thoughts.
Have you seen this movie?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's good.
They don't have Maze Runner 2 on any like streaming services, so I'm not gonna buy it.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's going to be Ko's third repeat. In Maze Runner: The Death Cure, after Thomas and Newt rescue Minho, how do they escape from the Wicked Tower? Yeah, I just rewatched these like 2 days ago, like in a couple of days, and the third one's pretty good, honestly. Like I like it a lot.
That's fair.
It's like a really decent action movie.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like the first one was available, the third one's available, but the number 2 is like not. So I'm just not gonna watch 3 without 2. So
You'd be confused. 2, 1, pens down. We'll start with Nick, who bet 0.
They jump out of the window into some water.
Koho.
I said they climb the outside of the tower. Good game, Nick.
And your winner, Nick Huig. Yes, the answer was jump out of the window into some water. That was specifically exactly what we were looking for. So the final score is 30-24. Kane, I need a drink. What did you think about the match?
Kaleb Koho can't be mad at anyone but himself. Nick gave him many opportunities in that last round, and he capitalized on 0 of them. So
I mean, that's true. That is accurate. So we will go to Mr. Koho to start off and his manager, Thomas Scully. Guys, you made it into the 5th round of the title match for your first title match. Pretty good. How are you guys feeling about the way you played?
I definitely could have played a better game. There's definitely a lot of questions there where I went, I know that I just couldn't get in the 15 seconds. But at the end of the day, I feel really good that I got to the last question. Because my freaking, nervousness for this match and how hard I went and prepping for everything was just like, I just don't want to get knocked out. I thought I was going to get knocked out. And I made it this far, and that feels really good. Nick's phenomenal. He's one of the best to ever play the game. So I just didn't want to lose by an insane astronomical 30-point blowout or anything. But I feel pretty good.
Thanks,
not my
man.
best. But I think I can get back here and play a better game.
I mean, you did very well in Pixar. You went 4 for 5 in Deep Cut, so that's awesome. And then, like you said, yeah, you went to the final question. So, yeah, I don't think you have anything to hang your head about. Scully, you managed Koho in this match, obviously. We just saw it. But how are you feeling about the match?
I am super proud of the way he played. I mean, no one's going to – very rarely do you have games where people play perfect. No one played perfect today. Both Koho and TWOHIG made a number of mistakes throughout the match. And I'm just so proud of the way he handled himself, especially after that 5-point round 1, not losing composure at all, playing the smart game, keeping that deficit very, very slim. I do think that last deep cut kind of hurt a little bit. It gave us a 6-point disadvantage rather than a 4-point. So I think if you were to look at like where the game changed, probably there, because then Nick had a little bit of a cushion to play with. But again, I'm so proud of the way this man rallied. And he's been working his ass off for the last few weeks trying to prep for this match. And much like in the first match, he gave TWOHIG a hell of a ride. So I'm super proud of the way you played. Yeah, I just cannot be more proud of him right now.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
Now back to the team's hole where I get to go be a B player for everyone else. I'm done with my spotlight. I'm back to being the B.
well, we will see. Yes, we will see you guys in teams very soon, and then Koho. The next time we see you in singles will be in the Summer Series tournament. So we will see you then. But we will move over now to the winner today, Mr. Nick TWOHIG. Nick, this is now your second defense. Go ahead. I don't ask questions because Cody yells.
No, it's so frustrating to play a match like this. To hear somebody sit across the desk and say he went hard for the last 3 weeks. Like, you have been a Fandom showrunner for 3 years. You should put in work. You could be. That's the thing. It's a person that wants the gold and wants to be champion and wants all the accomplishments, but does none of the work to accomplish it. He did it in 3 weeks and did a damn good job today. I just wish he'd realized that he doesn't need to just watch Middle-earth one time or Wizarding World one time. It's proven in this fact. If he watches Crimes of Grindelwald in the last 6 months, he could pull that question. He could be champion right now. But he's too arrogant, and he wears a plastic crown, and he walks around here like he's King Almighty, and it's so frustrating for players that put in so much work day in and day out to be good at this league. I'm sick of watching players that say, oh, if Nick TWOHIG and Tim continue to be champions, we're going to have to do something about that. Why? Because they do the requirements? Your team partner sits over there and busts his butt every day to watch as many Geeks movies as possible. Do the work. Be that A-tier player. You have it in you. Do the work. Because I'm telling you right now, like, Tim Brzakala is a fantastic Fandom writer, but you're going to get into a harder Geek match at some point, and you're going to get destroyed if you don't do the work. I just am frustrated because when I try to play in this league, I come in prepared as possible and do the work, and I still, when I take a loss, it hurts, but you still want to get all the accomplishments and the awards and be a bunch of pats on the back when we're all doing the work inside the first order. TWOHIG didn't play his greatest game today. We all know that. We're not happy with the performance because, believe me, we wanted to knock you out more than any other human being possible. But, like, congratulations, you made it. So maybe now you'll go home, you'll go in your room, instead of turning on Hamilton for the 27th time, you'll turn on maybe Order of the Phoenix, and you'll learn what happens in the Order of the Phoenix. So then maybe when you come out to write, you'll write a question about Order of the Phoenix instead of a data question by David Yates. I'm just listen. Two, you played a great game. I'm just hoping that one day the competitors realize that there's no special secret. There's no notes that we pass back and forth. There's no cue cards that we quiz each other on. It is basically watch the movies, know the material. That is it. That is how you become a dominant champion in this league. TWOHIG, you won the belt. You are a fantastic champion. We had a few slips in that match, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter if you won by 1 point or 45 points, you still won. So on to the next person. It'll probably be Tim or Scully, and we'll have to be super ready for both of those players or whoever the hell. I don't run Fandom, so I don't know who we're playing, but bring them on.
Hi, Nick. How are you feeling?
I'm doing well, thank you, Tim. I played like shit today, and I still won, so that makes me feel pretty good that even on like my off day, I still can win. I will have to improve if I'm going to want to beat you or Scully or whoever I will play the next time. It's this weird thing because like I've seen just about every Fandom movie, but it's the weird thing where like it's the categories you think you're good at, so you don't think you need to watch. And I've said this to people that I've played before. Like it happened with Scully with Star Wars when I played him. I think it happened with Maggie with Wizarding World when I played her. It's the categories you think you're so good at that you don't need to like prioritize that screw you. Like I missed a Star Trek question today. I missed I didn't go 10 for 10 in YA, which I've done before. I missed a Wizarding World question, and it's all because I think that I'm very good at those, so I didn't prioritize them watching it this time. But that knowledge will be kept in mind for the next time. Lesson learned. Glad I could pull out the win.
All right. Well,
Thanks.
Guys, we'll see you whenever the next defense comes around before the Summer Series tournament. Kane, thanks for being here. Any final thoughts before we sign off?
I think that's one of the few times I've seen like Cody like really passionate, and it wasn't about like what I expected.
That's fair. That's fair. I thought this was a great match. Koho played his heart out. Nick played his heart out, and it was a great match. I think this will be one of the better ones that we've had in a while. So, with that, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching Fandom Fights. Kane, thank you for coming back to host this with me. So, for the first order, for the Kingsmen, Kane and myself, this has been Fandom Fights. Grab a Michelob Ultra. We'll see you next time.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.